Hello everybody, how are you all doing? So welcome back to the Spencer Arms YouTube channel. So as you know, my channel doesn't bring just everyday regular beers. I know that if I went to Sainsbury's and bought a sort of a beer that is available all the time and reviewed it, I'd probably get more views. And because people are sort of searching for more, say, the supermarket beers. Nobody's just suddenly going on my channel to search for, say, this particular beer I'm going to bring to you now. So I prefer sometimes for it to just be the people who subscribe and watch regularly to enjoy these videos. And then if somebody just randomly searches a brewery and it sends them to, so this particular beer is from DEYA, and somebody might search DEYA beers or whatever, and it brings you here to the channel. But I may bring beers that are no longer available. But then even if it is available, somebody might be watching this in 6 months' time and it's not going to be available. I just had a little criticism about bringing yet another beer you brought that we can't get hold of. Well, it is what it is, because YouTube videos stay on here for a long while. But this one you can get hold of, because I got hold of it yesterday, and this review will be going out within a day or so. Now, this is out of my comfort zone, right? So I picked this up I haven't been for a while, but I managed to just pull some time out of the bag to go over to Market Harborough to one of my favourite bottle shops, which is the Harborough Stores. And Chanel there is an absolute expert on beer. And I've got basically two German beers to bring to you and AB them together. And I'm hopefully going to be doing that soon. And his knowledge of the German beers has really opened my eyes to this particular beer. And he's told me to do it as an AB together with one of the most popular or well-known German beers. So look out for that one. That's going to be coming soon. I'm really, really excited about doing that. The reason I wasn't going to do it tonight, but the reason I ain't is because I'm a bit full from what I've ate earlier on. Anyway, waffling on. This is out of my comfort zone, right? So anybody that knows me and watches the channel regularly will know that Citra hop is not a favourite of mine. It's not a favourite of mine. Now, that's probably because the single Citra beers that I've had in the past may or may not have been as good as probably what DEYA will do with the Citra hop. Now, I'm not sure. This is obviously a single hop or whatever, but it could have different ways they've used the Citra hop. Anyway, this is a 500 milliliter can. It's coming in at 8%, so saturated in Citra. Can only mean one thing, that this, if you are going to get all the flavors out of the Citra hop and everything that goes with it, this is going to be it. So I picked this up thinking, okay, let's have a great big bomb of Citra then, because, and I love DEYA for their smooth mouthfeel as well. So I'm thinking to myself, these guys are going to not only probably saturate the hop quite well, but they're also, bloody hell, that is smelly. They're also going to give it some really, really nice mouthfeel. Look at that. Now, I'm going to bring the book down here at some point that I've been reading from Jane Painter. And I've mentioned her name quite a lot because she's absolutely so interesting as a beer writer. And the books that I'm reading from her are just so knowledgeable. And she is an expert in all things alcoholic and beer. When you read her book about the beer, the philosophy of beer, it's so interesting. It's so great. I wish I'd have had a can here or something just to keep this in shot. Maybe this glass might work. Look at that. I was doing that for a while and then I sort of lost my way with it. But just remind me there's still some in there. Anyway, so yeah, so what she says as part of the tasting, I will show you the book, and you can all probably have a buy of it. It's not expensive. Is that when you have a really tightly compacted head, really tightly compacted, it stops a lot of the aromas coming through. A more broken down sort of light head will let the aromas come through a bit more. But 80% of the tasting beer comes from the aromas because of how your nose and your senses all blend together. So when you do get a sniff of these beers, I mean, this is obviously very citrusy, quite orangey for my nose. It looks orangey in the glass, doesn't it? It looks nice and unfiltered as well, doesn't it? It looks nice and juicy, that does. Don't be disheartened if you smell the beer in it. You can't really get loads out of it because it is down to the compact head. Right, let's get into this before. I can't believe how quickly 6 minutes comes. Anyway, let's get into this. Cheers, everybody. Oh my crikey, O'Reilly. Oh God, if you like the Citra hop, oh crikey, you're gonna love this. Wow, that is like oranges and lemons, says the bells of St. Clemens. That is proper lemony, orangey. Oh crikey, that is not a bitter hit, as in like suck your cheeks in. It's like the citrusy, that is. Oh God. A lovely mouthfeel, just as expected. Lovely smooth mouthfeel. Carbonation fluffs up in your mouth like a feathery pillow. It's unbelievable. Oh my Christ, that is citrusy. But you know what? It's very enjoyable citrus for me because it is smooth. I can get some like a nice smooth mango-y taste in there. Really like mango is a really weird fruit. I've spoke about this before. When we cook, it will tell you on some of the recipes we do. We have the proper big mango like that you buy. It says cut through the flesh until you start feeling resistance, and that's when you're getting close to the stone. So the mango, you want that real sort of like almost like slimy mango, so it's really smooth and rich in your mouth. And this with the smooth mouthfeel makes it seem as if you're having that really nice ripe mango alongside a real like big freshly squeezed lemon juice twang with a bit of orange in there. Oh, pulling the beer around the mouth, it really does. Soft carbonation in there, lovely, beautiful, like DEYA's mouthfeel is second to none. I wonder if they've got oats in this. The bloody writing's dead small. Even with my glasses on, I find I'm having to wear my glasses more and more and more now, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. But anyway, yeah, unfiltered, unpasteurized, unfined, which I feel, a lot of old school drinks. I'm an old school real ale man. You know what I mean? I was like one of those like, if it ain't clear, there's something wrong with this pipe, mate. And it's not until you realise that, like, wow, a lot of the craft beers that they're not filtered and they're not fine. I mean, the fines, the blooming, when it says unfined, the finings, something to do with fish. It's like, I don't know, it's like a fish bloody oil or fish guts or something. That doesn't really appeal to me, chucking that in the beer. But I don't think it doesn't leave any taste in the beer, and it doesn't really. But I think the finings or whatever they're called is something to do with fish. And I do like, meaty white fish and things. I do like, but fishy fish. Ooh, just the thought of that. So yeah, leave it out. Leave all the goodness in the beer. Thank you very much. But yeah, show this. I've shown this to, or not this particular beer, but I've shown beers like this to when we talk about beer at work with one of the guys there. Is basically he drinks Boddingtons by the bucket load, and we've tried and we've got him on to some, slowly moving him forward onto some, well, in my opinion, decent beer, and he's all for like trying sort of like this stuff. He doesn't like anything too strong. But one of the older boys there, is probably about 10 years older than me. He's like, "What's that? Oh, mate, you'd be taking that back. Oh God, that looks disgusting. What's all that? until you try it, you don't know, do you? You don't realise how wonderful it is to have it absolutely have an unfiltered, unfined, and unpasteurised as well. You know, just leave it alone. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, you've got a real. There's a bit of malty balance there as well. Nice. Oh, what's that? Oh, there's a nice malt flavour in there that's just come to me. In amongst all this craziness of this Citra. Oh, it's so smooth. It's absolutely smooth. Look out, I'm getting down this like it's a 4%er. Right, let's see what's in the bottom of this can. Let's see if we can get some flowing around. But this is so bloody hazy. Look at how them bubbles chase up. Look at that. Form that nice big head. This is so hazy that I mean it's completely opaque, isn't it? You know. That you probably wouldn't see any lava lamp effect anyway, but guys, a bloody quality. But DEYA are an absolute, regardless of whether you can get this now. Well, I've searched. Now I got it, like I said, I got it from the box shop, and I've searched. It is available. It is available online still. You know, there's some places I can't remember where I went to, but they were discounting it down because it probably is a beer that's been out for a while. But the date is still, you know, it says it was canned on the 21st of June, so it's been around since June, and so that, you know, my bottle shop had it in, so other bottle shops are going to have it in. And I've said this before: if you go on the website to try and find one of these beers, then and it's not available, go and search for a few bottle shops and give them a ring. And even if I have to drive half an hour to this bottle shop, so it's an hour and a half round trip. By the time I've drove there, spent the half hour in there, loading bloody loads of beer up that I don't need, and then coming back, it's an hour and a half, but it's well worth it. Look at that. I mean, honestly, just look at that, right? That is showing you how I can almost get the liquid to the top of that. That is showing you how compact and thick that bloody head is. Look at that. It is like it's like a creamy, it's like an ice cream. Look at it. Oh, it's amazing. Look at that. This is probably, them last bits that are in there are probably going to even add even more body to this beer. Oh, now the actual first hit of the Citra that I had was really quite, whoa, wow. But now I've sort of like, this is coated my mouth, got around my mouth, left itself in my mouth. Yeah, it's smoothed out, lovely. The actual harsh, it was never really harsh, but what it means for me, the Citra hop always hits me like a ton of bricks. And that is really been softened out now, really blended in and really dialed back with the smoothness of the beer and the malty backbone that this has got. I did taste some of the malt flavors, but I can't really pick it out amongst the Citra. It has got sort of like a nice bitterness to it, very slight bitterness. I love a bitterness in a beer. It's why I struggle with. It's why I struggle with. I mean, you could almost like say you could always put this as a double New England IPA type of thing, but it has got a bitterness in it. So it's not. It's just it is just a double IPA, but it's very like citrusy, fruity. But I always struggle with pure fruit forward beers with no bitterness because I almost feel as if like there's no hop really gone in that because, you know, I don't know. I like to get a bit of bitterness out of the beer, and this is where I be coming to with this German beer. Similar sort of thing. You know, you can have too much sweetness and too much fruitiness, and then without the bitterness, for me, I just find it lost. But there is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like New England, the quality New England IPAs. I do really, really like them when they've used the hop to a potential to get all the flavors out of the hop. I just don't like the add fruit, the bloody adjunky type of where the fruit flavors are a bit false from fruit juices and things like that, you know, additives and flavorings to make it really like fruit, like the Juice Foresight or what's it, whatever it's called. Excuse me. I had one of them cans, and a lot of people rave about it. But for me, oh my god, it just tasted like really too juicy to get anything like them sort of flavors out of the hops. You can tell the difference between a hop juiciness, fruitiness, and an unnaturally fruitiness, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's can this now. Let's can it. No, not can it. It's come out of the can. Let's humanize it. But yeah, but let's basically we'll stop this review now because there's no I could just talk about it and carry on talking about it, but there's nothing more I can say about it. It's a citrus saturate. It's like got all them citrus flavors in there. It's very smooth on the mouthfeel with the oats. It's DEYA. It's a quality brewery. It's 8%. It's in a 500 milliliter can, which is really great as well. 440 cans, 500 milliliter. You just get that extra little bit, and it does make all the difference. It does make the can looks better. It looks bigger. I think it could be the way forward. So I appreciate DEYA for that. And lovely mouthfeel, pillowy soft, absolutely feathers in. Well, no, because you'd be like with feathers, wouldn't you? But just think about the beer being as soft as you putting your head into a really nice fluffy pillow. Absolutely beautiful. And the Citra hop now, for me, it's that's a lovely beer. But I'm still not a huge fan of the Citra hop. But what they've done with this is they've done the brilliant job of it, and it is a beer that I'm enjoying, and I'm going to continue to enjoy rather than just chuck it down my neck. And it's sort of like brought me back forward into a little bit the love of the Citra hop and what it can bring to the table or the glass when it's done correctly like this, when it's done really well like this. And I really appreciate the effort that goes into creating these beers for us to enjoy. Anyway, I have been Speno as normal. And thank you very much for watching. And look, you got a bit of a break. It's less than 18 minutes long, right? So you can't quite see it. Live, laugh, love. Take care. Keep a big smile on your face. And also, I'm sorry about I'm not editing the videos as much as I used to, and I've not got that the titles at the end on some of them because I've just uploaded them straight from my phone. Anyway, right, look, we're coming up to 18 minutes, even though I said it's going to be less. So take care, be good, and enjoy, and be careful out there with this horrible wind that's been blowing around everywhere. All right, see ya.